I'm gonna make a video on um a different topic today. Um, I'm going to discuss um hmm, discuss capitalism. Instead, I'm going to discuss hmm, we should discuss capitalism. A little controversial because so capitalism is um before discussing the nuances of it, we could discuss the idea of starting a family. So, the idea with a family business is that, that you have this idea that is original, and you're seeking to make a profit, right? Obviously, in the initial stages of the business, family business, the family folks don't get paid until much later. When the business increases their you know, gets to a point where when you start to look for employees, that's when the paychecks become. That's the thing. Um, you're not making any. There's no like, oh, you're not hiring this person because this person's like a good person. No, no, no. You're making decisions based on I forgot the word. What is it called? Uh, Regardless of what the word is, you, you're basically hiring your friends and family, right? Makes it's just that's certainly that definitely that definitely is an introverted feeling, especially with extroverted thinking. So we certainly can rule out extroverted feeling and introverted thinking. Um, Private property on its own doesn't register as introverted thinking or extroverted feeling because the idea of private property, especially as the capital increases, um, it's just that we certainly do not get the sense that you know there's no sense of fairness and there's no sense of um, you know of having like superheroes versus there's nothing like because such systems could never prosper, right? It, what makes most sense is just having friends and family at the core, and then as the business has success, then you could look for employees, right? So that's that, and you got to make sure that any money invested is paid back within 5 to 10 years. Or if the business fails, um, that's just that's just a tragic end to the anyway. So I have observed companies, you know, they can become bankrupt or they have to be sold and merged to others, right? Other companies. Um, so it's very tempting to the hard. Now this is the difficult part is to figure out the perceived emotions. We're going to we could definitely rule out extroverted intuition and sensing. Such systems are very um, are based on uh, creativity, and the thing with capitalism is that the business has to at least survive. Right? There's no guarantee the way that the, the other economic systems have because it's about risks. So we can't have a There is no extroverted intuition or introverted sensing at all. The system. So the thing is, we have introverted intuition and extroverted sensing. Um, in the system of capitalism, there is extroverted sensing. Now this is a difficult part. We, you know, for dominant or secondary, do we put it? Do we have extroverted sensing or introverted intuition? It's a little tricky because um, we're used to having this stereotype of introverted intuition, just having this major idea, and it's just on top of it, we're abstract. Supposed to, no, that's that might describe some business people, some corporations, not necessarily the capitalism system. Actually, capitalism is actually closer to, I think capitalism uses more introversion. So the reason for this is relatively obvious. Um, you have to, the customer is definitely valued. Let's focus on the long term. Because of this, capitalism systems tend to, let's just say, when there's a recession, um, it tends to affect a lot of people because also capitalism, for the most part, uh, let's just say, um, because let's say if you're like supposedly a hero, I don't know what that means. You're not going to get a discount for being a hero. Like, there's some incentives for having discounts, student discounts. There's obvious incentives for student discounts, right? I've been a student before, so I've taken advantage of some of these discounts. There's reasons for having such incentives. That is an extroverted something, not an introvert. Um, extrovert something for obvious reasons. First of all, uh, you have see the thing is that we were comparing it to communism. Communism, um, you know, there are still businesses, there are markets. It's just that you won't have anything like Walmart, right? You won't have these $1 trillion. Um, big deal because um, big deal for a lot of reasons, for a lot of things. So, but capitalism for sure. I have to type in ESFP because the P part is obvious. Um, there's a vast amount of products that I've created, certainly in the preceding thing. Um, so that means the extrovert system is the dominant. Makes sense because um, you know, different with different businesses, the company name and the brand itself is probably extrovert. So there's definitely the treasury of extrovert thinking, which you know does require some thought. You have to pick the right brand according to who you are, and that requires thinking. It's so the ESFP is a polar opposite of the alpha types. Alpha types care about fairness, and they also care a little bit about supporting heroes and not so, inventive with the villains. The only problem is that doesn't really work with Captain. Um, you're not giving any special favors for anyone who is a hero. In fact, that is communism tends to reward heroes because let's just say, I mean, I'm not saying that a hero can't be arrested in a common country. That's a different topic. Um, that's a government genre, the sector of the country, not the economy. So there you go. Um, the only problem is when people compare things to communism is that the communist countries that are existing that use communism as an economic policy, they tend to be Latino and Hispanic countries, which isn't the easiest topic to discuss in this country than in the U.S. Much easier to discuss this outside the U.S. Not because of censorship, because it's just plain easier to discuss outside.